Good afternoon, everyone, and happy Sunday. I believe it's the last Sunday of July. Woohoo! Means my birthday month is next month. So, I hope everybody is doing fine. We're back for another edition of the weekly Oracle card deck for the collective. I've already shuffled the cards, pulled the 3 cards, and we did have 1 jumper, so they are going to be 4 that we go through. But before we do that, I want to make sure everybody is doing okay, and a little update on what I went through last Saturday. It's been a challenging week for me, especially recovering from the head injury and turns out a concussion. I might have a hard head, but apparently it's not hard enough. And the leg is still healing. It's still very bruised and sore. But we are progressing. It's still affecting my eyesight a little bit. So hopefully we'll be able to read the cards fairly easily. I chose the bigger deck this week because it has a bigger book and easier to read. So it's going to be the Native Heart Healing Oracle. Native Heart, Healing Oracle. And we shall see what Spirit wants the collective to focus on this week. If you're new to the channel, I welcome you. Glad you're here. And if you like what you see, please consider hitting the subscribe button so that you get notified of future videos that come out. And if you like what you see in this video, please hit the subscribe button or the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, because it does help me reach more people with messages that Spirit would like us to know, to pay attention to, and as a collective, which is all of humanity, not just those in the United States, but those in the world, because we are, again, all connected. Mitakuye Oyasi, that's what it means. We are all connected. And we're even connected to the furry ones, the standing people, the creepy crawlies, the winged ones, the finned ones, the 4-leggeds, the slithering ones, the stone people. We all come from the same source. We were all created by one source. Doesn't matter what you call it. Creator, Great Spirit, Great Mystery, God. Doesn't matter. We all come from the same place. And yes, we are all related. So, on that note, let's get to the cards. And I love the first one because it's not something I think with this head injury they have been trying to tell me to do, is surrender. That's kind of a cool little card. The second card that was pulled is Keeper of the Light. Is that a hummingbird? Looks like a hummingbird. Keeper of the Light. The third card is Self-Discovery. As you can tell, it's very windy outside. That's why I'm sitting in the car so that the cards don't blow away. So that's self-discovery. And the jumper card was the base chakra, or root chakra, however you want to look at it. So, now, let's see what Melanie has to tell us, because she's the one who wrote this, Melanie Ware. Let's see what she has to say about the healing that Spirit wants us all to pay attention to this week. So the first card, as I said, was surrender. And again, this is the card. The words that she has in here is sudden change, radical trust, and graceful submission to fate. Ooh, this could be interesting. Okay, so let's see what she has to say. You have entered a space of surrender. This mandala gently speaks of allowing yourself to float within the ebb and flow of life, carried upon and within a new direction. There is a situation currently playing out within your world that requires you to relax and allow it to unfold. Let go of the need for control and know nothing is ever within control. This is true. I'm finding out this past week. And I'm one who likes to control things, and I have no control ever since that rock tripped me on Saturday night. There are times where one needs to act to create a heart's desire. However, there is not one of those times. This is not one of those times. Surrender is an act of trust beyond comprehension. It requires you to have faith in your abilities and to allow the universe to guide you to exactly where you need to be. Instead of us saying, oh, I think I should be here, and maybe I should do this, and maybe this is what I'm supposed to do. It's to sit back and allow the universe, your guides, your angels, even the animals, to guide you in the direction that the universe wants us to go in, not in what we think we should be doing. That's a challenging one, especially for me. At times, you can feel as though you have entered a void, a place of not knowing, a place of stillness. However, this usually presents the opportunity for self-reflection, to hold a greater appreciation for all that has been thus far, and to be with oneself before embarking on fresh waters. The great current of life has a flow like no other. At times, it is gentle and graceful. At other times, there is resistance and turbulence as you are swept away, leaving behind all that you have known, only to arrive at a destination that reflects the true vibration of one's soul. Allow the voice of your soul to be present, heard, and then shared through the power of love. Almost looks like a seahorse. Put it up a little closer. Kind of looks like a seahorse in the web. Yeah, in the web of the light, in the web of love. So that is the first card. The second one was the Keeper of Light. And again, this is the card. And the keywords that she has for this one, let's see. As within, so without. Recharge in nature. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, sitting at the park. And peace in silence. The Keeper of the Light is illuminating your pathway. The winged one within this mandala reminds you to keep your heart open and your wings spread wide. Open your world within to reveal your outer world. You have allowed yourself to become disconnected from your spirit. from the light that gives you life. This mandala encourages you to reconnect with all things of nature, to rediscover yourself. Your spirit is not hard to find. It has been with you all along. Excuse me. In many shamanic societies, if you complained of being disheartened, dispirited, or depressed, the medicine person might ask, "When did you stop dancing? When did you stop singing? When did you stop being enchanted by stories? When did you stop finding comfort in the secret territory, in the sweet territory of silence?" Well, it could be a secret too, you never know. But the sweet territory of silence. Dancing, singing, storytelling, and silence are all universal healing selves. The point when you stop these activities is where you have experienced a loss of the soul. Sing and dance your spirit back. Enjoy the sweet territory of your inner silence and allow yourself to listen to the inspiring stories of life. That's a pretty card. I like that. To me, they say it's a winged one. To me, it looks like a hummingbird. So that's what we're going with, the hummingbird. Mainly because while I was camping, it was always in my face. So that's the keeper of the light. And the third card is self-discovery. And again, let me get the card up. This is the mandala for self-discovery. I was looking to see what kind of image it had in it. So this one, a fresh perspective, which is kind of funny because on the the pictures I had taken shortly after this happened, one of my good friends, Stands with Bear, made a comment on Facebook about the images, and he mentioned that it looked like a bear had clawed my forehead. And when it started healing and the scabbing was starting to show up, it literally was in the shape of a bear claw. I thought I was the only one who noticed that. But of course, Stands with Bear noticed it too. And that was one of the things he said. Spirit, your bear, is trying to get your attention to change your perspective. Now, he didn't say on what, and I probably need it on a lot of different things. But here we are again, being reminded that a fresh perspective is needed. And then the next one is the wisdom of experience and a shift in value, which would also kind of tie in with a fresh perspective. And I've been noticing, I've been doing that too, because I have the thought out there, and it's probably something I've grown up with. I look at prices for places to live and I'm like, oh my God, I can't afford that. Says who? Again, you change your perspective, you shift your values of not only can I afford it, but I'm worth it. And that is part of the self-discovery. So let's see what she has to say. This mandala is gracing your energy field because you have recently experienced a shift in your perception and now view the world with new eyes. Yeah, kind of blurry ones right now because I don't know if you can see it, but the pupils are still kind of large, which of course has to do with the concussion, which is what's making it hard to read. But again, you look through your eyes with a new perspective, a new discovery of your value, of who you are, and that you are absolutely worth what you believe to be worth. And it was kind of funny the other day. I was just sitting there listening to some music, kind of like meditating, daydreaming, whatever. And I was thinking about places to live. Where should I go? Where do I feel drawn to? What do I want? And the answer that popped out of my mouth shocked the heck out of me because it wasn't something I had ever thought of. And I literally said, I want adulation. Okay, I had to go look that up because I thought I knew what it meant, and I was pretty correct. But it just totally shocked me on that it popped out of my mouth without even thinking about it. So it's time to integrate your new awareness and explore your advanced self just as one would adventure into new territory. Let us be clear. This mandala represents a journey back to one's heart. You are experiencing new ways as you never have before, and it is part of the experience to feel as though you are out of your comfort zone. Because you are. Your comfort zone never existed. It was simply all an illusion created by self to keep you feeling safe and small. Now, as your vibration continues to rise and expand, you will find liberation in the freedom of not knowing your new world and a joy in returning to your divine self. Seek out new adventures and rediscover what it is you truly love to do as things, ways, and even people that may have been of interest to you in the past no longer resonate with you. It is an exciting time of self-discovery as you embrace the new human you are and create a world for yourself that is aligned with your heart. I like that. The last two cards have brought the heart in and love in. So again, here's card number 3, self-discovery. This is a pretty powerful reading. I really like this. It's tying in a lot of things that not only have I been going through, but a lot of you might be experiencing similar things. And if you are, hopefully they're not as dramatic as what I've been going through. But again, sometimes if you're stubborn, like me, it takes a 2x4 upside your head. In this case, a rock, a huge rock that tripped me in the middle of the night, and I landed on my head and leg. But what did I do? I was very grateful. Because as I sat there trying to find my shoes, because it literally knocked me out of my shoes, I immediately thought, okay, yes, there's the head wound, the legs messed up, both of them, the toe, whatever. But I was alive. I did not break my neck. I didn't even break my nose. It didn't scar anything but up here and left a, big knot there. So I was very grateful and put that out to the universe that yes, it was something to help wake me up, but at the same time, the angels made sure, my guides made sure, that I wasn't so severely injured that I ended up in a hospital or worse. So when you stay in the attitude of gratitude of what they're trying to teach us and accept it, like, okay, I haven't been paying attention. The hummingbird had been in my face for 2 weeks trying to get a message through to me, and I still wasn't getting it or paying attention enough that the rock stepped in to help get my attention. Of course, now there's the recovery. And that's taken a little longer than I want. But again, when you have trauma, especially to the head, it takes a while. I like everything instant. What the heck? Here is our jumper. Just in case you forgot, it's the root chakra, or what she says, the base chakra. So let's see what she has to say, about the root chakra. And those, of course, the primal force, fertility, and abundance. Now this one has a little extra. So deep within the red dirt of our earth lies the roots of our guardian trees, the ancestors of this land. The base chakra mandala brings your brings you grounding energy. Whew. She split the word up, and I can't. See how it happens when you get knocked in the head? From the depths of the night sky, you were born via divine spark from the distant constellations you call home. This mandala reminds you of the importance of grounding your etheric self deep within the earth you now call home. The tall ones are guiding you to remember that a tree without deep roots will not flourish, as it will be in survival mode. The same is true for everyone. The energy of surviving no longer serves you. As you anchor deeper and embrace your physical foundation, you will find joy in welcoming the thriving energy that comes from being grounded. The deeper the roots, the higher the climb, the greater the view. Surrender to the gift of your human self. So, folks, that is the reading for this week for the collective. Today is, July 27th, I believe? Yeah, my brother's birthday was a couple days ago, so I think it's the 27th. And this energy will be with us through Saturday, going into August. So stay tuned for more. Pay attention to your surroundings and what's going on. Pay attention to your thoughts, your feelings. And most importantly, do stay grounded. Yes, it's fun to fly up in the ethers and always talk to the angels and whatever. But we need to stay grounded onto Earth, Mahayana, Mother Earth, Pachamama, Gaia, however you want to relate to her. Because as spirits, having a human experience, we need to stay grounded, like it said, in earth. And what I usually do, especially during meditation or something, is literally see the roots just come right out of my feet, deep, deep, deep into the center of earth, so that I can do the work that I came here to do. Because if you're floating out in the ethers all the time, you're not going to get anything accomplished. You're here to help Mahayana. You're here to help Mother Earth to grow, to ascend, and in doing so, you help yourself. There's always reciprocity. So the more you help Mother Earth, the more you help neighbors, friends, family, people you don't even know. They're friends, you just haven't met them yet. And the more you help those people, plants, animals, birds, fish, it doesn't matter. The more you help them, the reciprocity comes back to you. It's like last night, I was coming out of a convenience store, and it was like a double door, so you had the outside door and the inside door, and a bird had gotten trapped in there. And because I had stuff in my hand, I was trying to go out. I was trying to catch the bird and open the door at the same time. It wasn't working so well. And a trucker that had pulled in saw what I was trying to do, so he was kind enough to hold the door open for me so that I could get the bird and shoo it out the door, back out into freedom. So that's what we're here for. We're here to help all living beings, because birds have souls, animals have souls, the trees. So pay attention to your surroundings. Come from your heart, because that's where your soul is. And with love, you help those around you. And then in turn, you are helped. And if you need extra help, like I have this last week, ask for it. Whether you reach out to good friends that are healers, which is what I did, or you reach out to Spirit, which I did, to help facilitate the healing. So I hope you guys all have a great rest of your Sunday. We'll be back next Sunday for another week of what Spirit wants us to focus on. And remember, walk in beauty, my friends. Walk in beauty.